Next on the list is excessive alcohol consumption. Now, if you have a glass of wine every night, that is probably fine. But if you indulge in too much liquor of sorts on a daily basis, it can cause high blood pressure and a whole array of other issues, but your risk of a stroke can definitely go up.
Typically, one glass, not a big glass, your typical 6 to 8 ounces, one bottle of beer, 12 ounces. More than that, you're pushing it.
The next risk factor is obesity. The more weight you carry, the more your heart has to work, putting more strain on your heart and your blood vessels, which can increase your risk for a stroke. Obviously, if you're typically obese, normally the unhealthy diet role plays into this as well, and that all be problematic.
And the next one goes right with that is diabetes. People can get that onset diabetes later in life, 50s or 60s years old, all related to the habits and diet that we've just talked about, unless you're one of the people who have that diabetes from birth on.
So having an uncontrolled blood sugars reading high numerous times can actually start causing arterial damage, meaning destroying your blood vessels, which can eventually lead to a clot and stroke. So make sure to get your diabetes under control, whether you're type 1 or type 2. It is a big risk factor.
Finally, we're going to talk about high blood pressure. If you think about blood pressure like the pressure in a hose, the higher the pressure, the more risk that hose can rupture, and that would be a hemorrhagic stroke. We want to avoid that, so get that blood pressure down, and it's one of those things that will also make you feel better in general. If you have high blood pressure, you typically don't feel well in general.